So taking a look at our breakdowns from the first fight and then watching the second fight at UFC 200, we were able to watch Frankie Edgar's inability to attack from the outside. So as long as Frankie Edgar is on this side of Jose Aldo's lead foot, he's unable to attack Aldo, okay? What Edgar likes to do is drift across this lead foot, attack, and reset back to the outside of this lead leg. He drifts past, changes levels, attacks, looks for takedowns, and like we broke down in the first fight, Aldo was able to stop this drift by keeping his lead foot in line with Edgar's lead foot. As he drifted, Aldo would catch him with jabs and low kicks to deter him from stepping across and stopping any offense that Edgar had. So in the second fight at UFC 200, Aldo was able to adjust his game plan to have a similar effect as he did in the first fight. As Frankie Edgar would drift in past this lead foot to attack, Aldo would maintain that lead foot in line with Edgar's lead foot, and instead of catching him with jabs and low kicks as he did in the first fight, he would drift with him and let Edgar drift into his right hand. Or as Edgar would drift and change levels for a takedown, Aldo would time his knee and let Frankie drift into it. So essentially he's shutting down all of Frankie Edgar's offense by stopping him drifting this way, forcing Edgar to reset to the outside.
So as we go back and we watch all of Frankie Edgar's fights, it's clear to see that as long as Frankie is on this side of his opponent's lead foot, he is unable to attack. So he doesn't attack his opponent from that side of their foot with punches or kicks. He will always drift his lead foot across the face of his opponent to set up any sort of attacks. Aldo understood this, and as Frankie drifted this way in the first fight, Aldo would then catch him with jabs and low kicks. But in the second fight, Frankie didn't make any adjustments, and then as he would drift across, in this fight, Aldo would throw and catch him with right hands, and as he changed levels, he'd catch him with a short knee. So in the first fight, Aldo used jabs and low kicks to stop Frankie drifting across his face and attacking. In this fight, he used right hands and knees to have a similar effect and stop him drifting and setting up any offense. Here's a right hand example. So here we can watch an example of the knee Aldo used to deter Frankie from drifting across and changing levels.
Because Frankie Edgar didn't make the adjustments necessary in his game plan, the fight played out in a very similar fashion, except Aldo, instead of using his jab and low kick to stop Frankie Edgar's offense, he was able to let him drift into his right hand and his knee as he changed levels. Thanks for tuning in, guys.